Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Lamar University. My name is Jim Rush. I'm Director of Academic Services, and it is truly a pleasure to be one of your many, many hosts and hostesses today who will be showing you about the wonderfulness of Lamar University. And we've got a long day, a fun day, an exciting day. So for the hardy among you, you can leave here late this evening if you're up to it, and you're welcome to be our guest all day. We'd like to start out by introducing the executive leadership of Lamar University to you, and would ask that you hold your applause so we'll get through this list and then can get on the day's business of what we're really here about. But Lamar is really blessed with strong executive leadership. And so we have Dr. Kenneth Evans, our president, and his wife, Nancy. We have Dr. Steve Doblin, who is our provost. And for those of you who are new to the academic world, a provost is one of those titles that sounds really good and important, and it is. He's the chief academic officer, the vice president of academic affairs. Now it's dark, but I know I have Dr. Kevin Smith. He's here with his wife, Lee, and Dr. Smith is the senior associate provost and the interim vice president of student engagement. Dr. Cruz Melvin is our interim vice president of finance and operations. Ms. Camille Mouton is vice president of university advancement. Ms. Priscilla Parsons is vice president of information technologies. Mr. Juan Zavala is associate vice president of university advancement. And those folks are here. I see Dr. Cruz, Dr. Melvin there. That many of those folks are here on campus with other homecoming activities today, and you will see them throughout the day. We have Dr. Shay Benoit. She is here, and Dr. Benoit, back there, she is the associate vice president of strategic enrollment management. Mr. Tick Price, who is the associate vice president, interim associate vice president of student engagement. Mr. Jason Henderson, our athletic director. And for our academic deans, we have Dr. Vic Zaloom, who is dean of the College of Engineering, and he is here this morning. Dr. Brendan Nichols, the dean of the College of Arts and Sciences. Dr. Henry Venta, I saw him right in the back just a second ago, is dean of the College of Business. Dr. Hollis Lowry Moore, dean of the College of Education and Human Development. Dr. Russ Schultz, dean of the College of Fine Arts and Communications. Dr. Bill Horn, who is dean of the College of Graduate Studies. And Dr. Kevin Dodson, who many of you met this morning, who is also the director of the University Honors Program. That is an excellent group of executive leadership for the university, so I think it would be appropriate to give a round of applause really at this point, if you would. And also some just special thanks to Ms. Maggie Cano, the Director of Recruiting. She and her staff have been working tirelessly for days. As you might know, it takes hours and hours and hours to put on an event such as this. So Maggie, thank you for you and your staff for all of the work. Actually, there's some benefits to getting gray hair, and very few, but one of those benefits is that occasionally you get to introduce the president of the university, and that's a benefit. And this past July, Lamar University got a new president, the 15th president of Lamar. Dr. Kenneth Evans and his wife Nancy moved to Beaumont. And of course, as you might expect, anytime you have a new president, there's excitement in the community. And I, like many other people, got pulled aside when I was in the community at social events. And the question was, what's the new president really like? Can you tell me about the president? What's going to happen? What kind of changes? You know, so I've had some experience in doing that. And first of all, I could tell you, gosh, he's extremely well educated. You know, that he's got a PhD from University of Colorado Boulder. He's got MBA from California State. He's got undergraduate from University of California, Davis. But, you know, you would know that. You would expect a college president to be very well educated. So otherwise, I could look and say, gosh, you know, he's got really a stellar academic career that spans into University of Oklahoma, University of Missouri, Columbia, Arizona State. Nationally and internationally recognized for his publications. And yet, you'd know that. You'd say, yeah, you would expect that of a president. So what I would suggest to you is that you look at what he has stood for and what he brings here, and I would think three things that stand out in my mind. Number one, He's dedicated to improving the quality of faculty, teaching, and research. And as a student at Lamar, you're going to benefit from that. Number two, he is dedicated to creating and implementing new programs. I can tell you at a very brief conversation with Dr. Evans, the first thing he talked about was a new program that would expand study abroad opportunities for hundreds of Lamar students. So as a student, you're going to benefit from his leadership in that. And number three, he is dedicated to attracting and retaining high-quality students. And friends, that's what we're here for today, because you're high-quality students, and you're going to benefit from that direction also. So it's a privilege to introduce to you the president of Lamar University, Dr. Kenneth Evans.
Well, it probably comes as no surprise to you. The president would be the guy in the red jacket. I just got it the other day. What do you think? It's pretty good. I want to thank you all for being here. What you are doing today is an investment. We did this years ago with both of our boys when they were looking at various universities. I saw a lot of parents with students in the room when I was walking in. I applaud you for taking the time to look at the different universities that you're considering, taking the time it takes to really assess them thoroughly, and then making the kind of decision that's the best fit for you and what your child, the person who's coming to school, is looking for. So thank you for doing that. If nothing else, I just applaud the fact that you're investing in this process. Well, welcome to Lamar. This is my hour. Nancy's not with me today, she's in the process of getting the house ready for the next event. But this is our first homecoming. So I, like you, to the extent that you're able to participate today, will see all the things that happen on campus unfold. The marching band and the football team marching to the stadium, and all the tailgating things and all the other events that we do on campus today are actually their first-off experiences for me, just like they're going to be for you. So we may find ourselves stumbling around trying to find where we're going to the next venue. So don't ask me for instructions. I'm just going to tell you that right now. You're going to have a lot of fun today. You're going to get a chance to visit with a variety of different departments, various student organizations. You'll get a chance to dine in our dining complex, visit the Sheila Humphreys Recreation Facility, and get a sense of what student life looks on the Lamar campus, and much more. So you're going to get, I think, a pretty good feel for what's going on. I want to give you a sense of where Lamar is this year, and give you a feel for the direction the university is heading. This year, and I'm going to argue so far in Lamar's history, we entered the best class in the history of the university. I'm just going to give you a brief profile of what that class looks like. 22 are high school valedictorians. 20% were ranked in the top 10% of their graduating class. 40% were ranked in their top 25%. We welcome the largest number of honors students. Our honors program is well over 300 now in the 50-year history of the program. And the class was awarded almost $9 million in scholarships for the upcoming 4 years at Lamar. This is a great class. And you have the opportunity, should you choose to join us, to maybe make another record and become yet even a better class than the one we admitted this year. I can tell you a few things about Lamar that I think are useful when you look at critical statistics that I think are vital in selecting a university. I know there are others oftentimes that are used, but let me point out a few. Lamar was ranked 11th nationally for its return on investment for engineering majors. Just behind, there's this little school on the East Coast that has 3 initials they use to designate their name, MIT. But there were no other schools in the state of Texas so ranked as one of the top returns on investment for engineering majors. So it gives you a sense of the quality of what we're doing in the engineering program. We have more than 100 majors to choose from. And I'd argue that parents are probably sitting there going, oh my goodness, that might mean my child might go through 99 of them before they decide to graduate. Well, no, they probably won't do that. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's highly unlikely. That would be a record. Wouldn't that be a record, Kevin? That would be a record. But what I can tell you is that it is important to be able to have a breadth of offering that gives students a chance to find an alignment that best fits their needs. If you're interested in a career of caregiving, there are a lot of different ways to do that. And there are a lot of connections on this campus that make that possible. If you're mathematically inclined, there are just an abundance of ways to be able to take your mathematical acumen and connect it with various career paths that are part of the Lamar enterprise. So I look at these 100 majors not as 99 or 100 choices students might make over the period of 4 or 5 years. It would probably be longer than 4 if you did that. But it's a great way for you to find where you connect. We have over 500 students from other states and nearly 600 students from other nations. This is an incredibly diverse campus. Its diversity ranges from certainly ethnic diversity, from international diversity, from multiple states that participate in the university. The other day I was visiting with a group of gentlemen who are part of a fraternity, and I was looking down talking to this one fellow, and I looked up and found that 2 of them were signing to one of their deaf members of their fraternity. And in fact, they make a requirement of all the membership in the fraternity that they have the ability to do basic signing with their membership. That's just part of their commitment to the diversity of their organization. That's a powerful feature of what constitutes the mosaic of this campus. We were ranked among one of the top 16 universities in the nation for the A in the quality, receiving an A in the quality of our core curriculum. We're dedicated to making sure that once you come out of the freshman-sophomore experience, you have the skill set you need to be successful in whatever the professional program you choose to pursue at Lamar. We're about our students. Our classes are relatively small. Our faculty, I've now visited almost 26 departments since I've arrived, hearing what they want to do and where they want to go at the university. And I can tell you, each and every one of them has one thing that characterizes their shop, and it's the fact that they have a tremendous passion for the teaching experience and for our students. The great thing about this business is that my customer never gets older. It is categorically our fountain of youth. It's what drives us to this enterprise. It's why we stay in it. It breathes life into us every day. Here are a few other statistics, maybe not quite as academically relevant. Yeah, but the students might find this interesting. We serve almost 2,000 pizzas every year in the Brooks Shivers Dining Hall. Over 4,000 students have climbed the rock wall in the Shi Lamprey Recreational Facility. I just want to underscore the fact that if there's any of those students here, I will not be climbing that wall anytime soon. This is a statistic that actually kind of blew me away. We consume over 200,000 chicken wings annually. That's a heck of a lot of chicken wings. Just want to see if you're paying attention, but the reality is that that's part of student life as well. So I'm going to ask you, as you look at Lamar, to take a look at what your passion is, what are the core things that drive you, whether you're a scientist or whether you're a mathematician or whether you love the literature area, or whether you're in the caring business, or whatever it is that you think really drives your fancy, and then find a way to align yourself with what we do at Lamar. We've got a great advising team here at Lamar that will help you on that journey. We just put together a new advising office, which has a tremendous group of highly talented people that can help connect you with the direction you want to go. I am going to encourage students and parents, I wish you would hear this as well. We offer something called freshman interest groups, and they are a vehicle for a group of students to gather together periodically in the beginning of their freshman experience. They're co-enrolled in classes together, and they share the common bond of caring about how each of them progresses. There's a 25% improvement in grade point average among these students. It makes a difference. The retention rate of freshman interest groups is statistically overwhelmingly compelling. So as you think about how you want to connect with that first year on campus, whether it's at Lamar or anywhere else. These programs exist in other universities. So I'm promoting more what I think is the health of the student experience rather than specifically Lamar. Definitely look for it and take advantage of it. I would add one other thing. Students are in the classroom about 15 to 18 hours a week. That leaves a lot of extra time. And we have tremendous student organizations, student governance organizations, fraternities and sororities on campus. The experience of what it means to be an undergraduate student at any university is that breadth of it, that robust experience that comes from all the opportunities that are present on a campus. Take advantage of them. They're very cool. Students become different human beings as a function of studying abroad, participating in leadership in various student organizations, joining a fraternity or sorority. At the end of the day, those are the memories you're going to have that are going to live with you for a lifetime. And those are the friends you're going to make that you'll know and stay in contact with throughout your career. So with that, I welcome you. We're really, really pleased you're here. You'll have no problem finding me on campus because I'll be wearing this red jacket. So welcome. We're glad you're here. Thanks for coming.
Okay, I really can't see you out there, but I see people standing along the walls, and I also see some vacant seats, particularly down front. So if you want to continue to stand along the walls, that's fine. But if you have a vacant seat next to you, if you'd raise your hand, so if any of you want to come sit down, this would be a good time to do it. But you don't have to. Okay, but I'm going to start talking because I want to keep you on schedule. My name is Steve Doblin, and I serve as Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs. And on behalf of the Division of Academic Affairs, I'd like to welcome you all to Beaumont, to the campus of Lamar University, and to our annual fall academic open house. Because I realize I talked to a lot of you before the ceremony began, and I know a lot of you this is welcome back because you've been here a lot. Academic affairs, at least in my opinion, is the heart of the university. For that's where the colleges in which students pursue their degrees are housed. The colleges of arts and sciences, business, engineering, education and human development, fine arts and communication, and for the undecided major, the Center for General Studies, which is part of the College of Arts and Sciences, and which helps the student through strong advisement, mentoring, and career exploration to identify his or her area of academic passion and the college in which to pursue it. Now, I've talked to several of you before, before the program started. A lot of people think if a student is undecided as to major, they're probably not a strong student. And actually, the opposite is true. Students who are bright and energetic and do a lot of different things have trouble often, not just at Lamar, but at universities across the country, deciding what one thing they want to hone in on. So if you are undecided, that's not a big deal. First couple of years are the time to concentrate on the core curriculum. You'll have plenty of time to decide a major. But when you break up into the various college groups, if you know, for example, you want to be an engineer, but you don't know exactly what kind of engineer, you need to go with the College of Engineering. General Studies is for students who just have no real idea, no firm commitment to any area. So, we invited you, young men and women, to this event because you are special. Each of you has distinguished yourself through your test scores, class rank, and out-of-classroom activities as someone who's excited about learning, serious about scholarship, and is committed to excellence and to making a difference in the world. We believe that in addition to such individual accomplishments, the rigor of a student's high school curriculum is an important indicator of success. And so we mailed academic open house brochures to selected high school counselors and teachers, as well as to individual students. Thus, your route to this event may well have been through a counselor or a teacher who's familiar with your hard work, accomplishments, and potential. Lamar University is both a Carnegie Foundation doctoral research university and a regional university, and a great choice for students from a wide range of backgrounds and abilities. Now, at this time of the year, I'm always reminded of two students whom I know, who I met at Lamar, that I want to tell you about briefly. The first student came to Lamar about 2 years after I got here. He graduated at the top of his class at a local high school. He applied to Lamar, but he had also been accepted to the University of Texas Business Honors Program. But he wanted to get involved in student government, and he knew he would be one of 50,000 in Austin, and one of about 9,000 at the time here at Lamar. So he came to Lamar University. And it was before the time of Mirabeau scholarships. He would have been a Mirabeau scholar, but he got a variety of scholarships. He participated in student government and was elected to a variety of offices. He published 2 papers, this is an undergraduate, in international referee journals under the direction of a faculty mentor. He won a Rotary International Scholarship to study in Ireland for a year, and then he decided he wanted to go to law school. As I told one of you in the audience today, there are a lot of routes to law school. And so he ended up turning down Yale and Vanderbilt to go to Harvard, and he graduated 5 years ago from Harvard Law School. The other student also graduated from a nearby high school in the bottom 25% of his high school class. So he didn't qualify for regular admission to Lamar University. Had he had a high SAT, that would have compensated, because as you know, we band SAT score and class rank together, but he had a mediocre to poor SAT. So he didn't qualify for regular admission. But someone, not I, in our admissions office gave him what we called at the time an individual admission. That is, we're going to give you a shot. You come in the fall, you take these 4 core courses, you make C's or better, or you have to go do something else. And so he took him up on it, he came. 5 years ago, he graduated from Lamar with a double major in electrical engineering and physics, a 4-point grade point average. He won a Goldwater Scholarship, which is a national scholarship in science, engineering, and mathematics. He published 3 papers in international referee journals under the direction of a faculty mentor, and last year he got his PhD in physics from Rice University. So, nobody knows what puts that spark in this student and not in this student. But one thing is sure, both of these students flourished because our students have access to real faculty members from day one. Now, why do I tell you these stories? To demonstrate that Lamar University is an institution whose faculty takes outstanding students and challenges them, helping them to stretch, to grow, and to become outstanding successes, and help students with untapped or unrealized potential to flourish, achieve excellence, and succeed beyond their wildest dreams. This open house is an academic event and will focus today's activities on students, faculty, degree programs, and research opportunities. By design, we will not showcase very many of the non-academic, yet very important, elements of campus life. However, you are invited back to Spring Open House on February 15th, where student life, organizations, and activities will be more prominently displayed. This is an exciting time at Lamar University for many reasons. At one time in our history, we were primarily a small, about 7,100 students, commuting school for adult students. We're now a vibrant, dynamic, growing university of nearly 15,000 students, and about 70% of our undergraduates are full-time and under the age of 25. As is the case for all good universities, we continue to increase our academic standards and admission requirements. In fall 2009, fall 2011, and fall 2012 saw substantial changes in the latter. This fall, as Dr. Evans said, we have the strongest freshman class in Lamar University history, with the average SAT near 1,000. Now, that's just the math and the critical reasoning, not the writing. And compared to fall 2012, the number of students graduating in the top 10% of their high school class is up 30%, and the number of students graduating in the top 10 in their high school class up 56%. In addition, over the last decade, the percentage of Lamar University students from outside the Golden Triangle has increased from 22% of the student body to more than 56% of the student body today. And we've become a university of choice for students from throughout Texas and beyond. So why has this happened? Let's look at the primary reasons good students choose a university. Now, these are not in priority order. First, affordability. In fall 2013, Lamar University ranks 9th among the 38 public universities in Texas in total costs and near the statewide average cost. And to boot, Lamar has accredited programs in engineering, computer science, business, nursing, and music, to name just a few. In addition, in Time Magazine's list of the top 10 colleges in the United States with respect to the least amount of debt carried by graduates, Lamar ranks 6th in the country, in a group that included Princeton, Yale, Harvard, Caltech, and Rice. Second, academic majors and reputation. Lamar offers about 110 different bachelor's and master's programs and doctorates in 9 program areas. And nearly all those programs which have national accreditation available have earned that distinction. We have particularly fine programs in engineering, nursing, business, social sciences, teacher education, communication, deaf education, humanities, the sciences, mathematics, and the arts. Third, social life and living on campus. Lamar University offers Cardinal Village, a beautiful, functional, and inviting living community which houses 2,500 students, with another 1,500 students living within walking distance of the library. And if you haven't seen the dorms, you need to check them out today. Attractive grounds, an impressive dining hall with a wide variety of culinary options, including pizza. A state-of-the-art recreational sports center, which is second to none, and the opportunity to attend a wide variety of lectures, theater productions, music and dance performances, and Division I athletics. And as you know, football, soccer, softball, and the marching band have recently returned. Fourth, location. We have a safe campus in an area with a small town atmosphere, near the coast and near major cities. Most of you know that we're about 4.5 miles from Dallas, San Antonio, and Austin, hour and a half from Houston. Fifth, and this is a key, interaction with faculty. Every year, the vast majority of undergraduate courses are taught by full-time faculty members. We have small classes in Fall 12. We don't have Fall 13 data yet. In Fall 12, the average class size of lower division, that's freshman, sophomore, lecture courses was 36 students, and upper division, 23. Our student-faculty ratio, 20-1. So what does that mean? Lots of personal attention by real faculty members. And our goal, and our faculty's goal, is to challenge you, to make you think, to help you do things you never thought you could do, and to care about you as an individual and be there to help when possible. We emphasize undergraduate research and creative activity. What that means is undergraduate students working on meaningful problems of significance under the direction of a faculty mentor outside the traditional classroom setting. In fact, we have a brand new Office of Undergraduate Research, which is directed by one of our math professors, Dr. Kumar Das. These students, again, these are undergraduates, publish papers, perform publicly, give talks at state, regional, and national conferences, and sometimes international, win awards and scholarships, obtain competitive summer research appointments to universities, medical centers, and government labs, gain admission to prestigious graduate program and professional programs, and enter the world of work into lucrative major-related jobs. Now, we have lots of scholarship opportunities, and I suspect many of you have investigated them. Most of these scholarships are given by alumni and friends of the university, and many of them we have attracted over the last 7 years as part as Lamar University's campaign for the future, where we have passed over $130 million. Credit to Vice President Camille Mouton and her team. She's Vice President for Advancement. And we have 2 new scholarships, the Excellence Scholarships and the Cardinal Scholarships, about which I assume you have information in your packets, but if not, you need to ask about them, and of course they'll be highlighted at the financial aid section. For the very best students are the Mirabeau Scholarships, and I know you have a Mirabeau brochure in your packet. To qualify for consideration for a Mirabeau Scholarship, you have to have at least a 1250 SAT, that's just a math plus critical reasoning, doesn't include the writing, and have participated effectively in leadership and community service activities while in high school. These are 4-year, full-ride scholarships worth in excess of $80,000. The scholarship pays all tuition fees, room and board, no matter how high they may go while you're in school, plus $2,400 a year books and supplies allowance. And we expect our Mirabeau scholars to participate in some combination of undergraduate research, leadership activities, community service. These students enter as students in the honors program and live in Cardinal Village with other high-ability students. One of the neatest scholarships we have, at least in my opinion, not to say the Mirabeau scholarships are not neat, is something called the Beck Undergraduate Fellowship. The Beck Undergraduate Fellowship, first of all, is a 1-year full-ride scholarship, just like the Mirabeau, plus up to $10,000 to fund a summer project designed by the student to help her or him grow as a scholar, as a leader, as a world citizen. And I'll give you an example of what we're talking about. First, Mirabeau's first Beck Fellow was a nursing major and went to Ghana to work in a variety of healthcare settings, so she knew more about world health issues. The second was a biology major who went to Belize to work on to do research on canine parasites, and he's now in vet school at Cornell University. The third went to South Africa. She landed an internship with the South African Shark Conservancy and did research on great white sharks. Another went to England. This was an English major, and actually traced the path of the pilgrims from Chaucer's Canterbury Tales from Southwark to Canterbury and blogged along the way. And then the last one I want to tell you about, and as you see, these students went abroad, studied in foreign countries. This last one went to Washington, D.C., which I also consider a foreign country, but that's a different story. Went to Washington and worked and did research with the National Institutes of Health, working with a scientist who was doing research on a disease she suffers from. So these are life-changing, transformative experiences. Study abroad in general is like that. So now I'm going to introduce 5 outstanding students who will share with you a bit about their experiences at Lamar University and why they believe their education has been unique and special, and I will introduce each in turn. So first is Monica Bogan. Monica is from Beaumont and attended Central Medical Magnet High School. She is a College of Business senior pursuing a double major in accounting and management information systems, and her career goals include obtaining a CPA and becoming an audit partner of a Big Four accounting firm. She recently was named a 2013 Texas Business Hall of Fame Scholar, a prestigious, highly competitive recognition which included a $10,000 scholarship, by the way. Monica?
Hello, students and parents. As stated, my name is Monica Bogan, and I am currently a senior double majoring in accounting and management information systems. Both departments are under the College of Business here, under the awesome leadership of our dean, Dr. Henry Venta. As stated, I'm originally from Beaumont, but I did live in that foreign country of Washington, D.C. for approximately 10 years before returning to Beaumont, specifically to attend Lamar University. I have to say that it has been one of the best decisions that I've made thus far in my life. And I say this because as a person with real-world professional experience returning to school, to begin my degree, the quality of your education ultimately comes down to how it translates to your professional life after college. Here I have found that the professors with the College of Business, specifically from my experiences, have been a fantastic mix of PhDs, your traditional academics, as well as professionals with industry experience. These people that can give you the tools and have given me the tools that I need to launch a successful career beyond college. The Texas Business Hall of Fame Foundation was created in 1982 by a small group of Texas businessmen and businesswomen, and the focus was to highlight the positive achievements of great business legends and basically their contributions not only to the community but also to the state. The Texas Business Hall of Fame not only honors business legends such as locally Ben Rogers, George H.W. Bush, as well as Ross Perot, but also selects a handful of students each year for a $10,000 scholarship. I am honored to be selected to represent Lamar as a 2013 Texas Business Hall of Fame Scholar, and I was also chosen as a Legacy Scholar for the American Institute of CPAs. Neither of these achievements would have been possible without the careful guidance and support of the faculty and staff here at Lamar. Even though they are very supportive, that part of it is really a small part of why I chose Lamar and why I'm here. I've built relationships with professors, relationships with other students that will last me a lifetime. These are people that I will be able to contact and communicate with even once I leave here and be able to look to for guidance and support and mentoring. My friends that I have here that will in the future be colleagues, we celebrate our successes and we cry when things don't go our way together as well. And these are relationships that I will have for the rest of my life. It's often the strongest students, such as yourselves, that are the ones to more often ask for assistance when you need it. And I think it's a misconception often that you don't need any help. We are often the ones that do seek out help. And I have found in my time here that when I needed help and I needed assistance, I have never had an issue getting help from any faculty member, from my advisors. Everyone here has been very helpful, and you have the feeling and the sense that they want you to be successful. Every step of the way, I have felt encouraged and uplifted to seek out their help when I needed it. As far as life after graduation, I can say here that with the accounting department as well as our career and testing center, they are the most determined in helping you not only seek and find employment while you're in school, but beyond school as well. I interviewed here on campus at our Career and Testing Center for Deloitte & Touche for their Houston audit practice. And I was not only offered the internship for this spring, but also a full-time position upon graduation, a position that's basically just waiting for me once I finish my studies. The point of all this is to say that great things are possible here at Lamar. My success is proof of that, and yours is waiting for you now. I would like to say congratulations to all of you for your excellent high school performance. Please feel free if you have questions for me about the university, about the College of Business, about the programs with accounting or management information systems, and enjoy your stay here at Lamar. Thank you.
Thank you, Monica. Next, Paige Hoyt. Paige was born in San Francisco, California, but considers Sour Lake, Texas her home, and she attended Hardin-Jefferson High School. She's a College of Engineering senior pursuing a major in chemical engineering and plans to gain employment in the oil and gas or chemical industry after graduation. In 2010, Paige was chosen as a member of the 5th class of Mirbeau Presidential Scholars at Lamar University. Paige?
Hello, I'm Paige Hoyt. I'm a senior chemical engineering student here at Lamar. Like was said, I graduated in 2010 from Hardin-Jefferson High School. When looking at potential colleges, I had 2 things in mind: a good engineering program and scholarship opportunities, which I'm sure you're looking for the second one definitely while you're here. When I was a senior in high school, in fall of 2009, I came to this same fall open house, sat in that same seat that you are sitting in, and found those exact things that I was looking for. The chemical engineering facility amazed me, and the College of Engineering faculty seemed so knowledgeable. Through my experience at the fall open house, I knew that Lamar was a place for me because I was not only seen as a scholar, but as an individual person rather than a number in the crowd. It felt like a community to me, more than a school. Later on in my senior year of high school, I was offered the full-paid Mirbeau Scholarship. Like Dr. Doblin so well explained, it's a full-paid scholarship that helps students gain their degree. Personally, it has helped me gain my engineering degree. That is the best 4-year degree that you can get, in my opinion, and with absolutely no debt at all. I'm sure your parents can attest that that is an amazing accomplishment. Throughout my time here, I have found that there are many things that you can do that you might have never thought possible. As a freshman, and I was able to travel abroad to Greece and Turkey and learn about the different cultures of that area and the different architecture. My favorite site that we went to was the Palace of Knossos, a 2,000-plus-year-old site that had evidence of indoor plumbing, refrigeration, and refracting of lights. And it was burned to the ground twice. How amazing is that? Anyways, the Travel Abroad program here at Lamar is fantastic, and I encourage you of any majors to take up that opportunity and don't be afraid. Take the trip. Take that flight over to Europe or anywhere that you would like to go, because it can really help you grow as a scholar. Personally, I think Lamar has a perfect-sized campus where one can be a leader and let your specific set of skills shine. While here at Lamar, I've been able to join many organizations, like the Honors Program, which is a great organization of intelligent students who do many things on campus, like canned food drives and volunteer programs. They also assign mentors to freshmen, like you, to help you transition into college life, which is fantastic. Another organization that I'm heavily involved in is the Society of Women Engineers. Abbreviated SWE, we promote diversity in STEM, which is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. We do this through professional development and outreach to the community. Next week, we'll be traveling to Baltimore, Maryland for the SWE National Conference. While we're there, we'll be able to participate in a career fair of more than 300 companies and development sessions on topics like solar power and different things like that. Lamar's location and the great engineering program allow many students to intern in companies around the area through the co-op program. The past 2 summers, I've been able to intern with the Valero Port Arthur refinery, which is about 10 minutes away, not too bad. And while there, I was able to work on projects to help the company succeed. Engineering interns are not making coffee and copying papers in the office. You're actually doing things worthwhile to help the company succeed. I worked on projects to save the company money, communicate with the different departments, and problem solve. Engineers are basically well-trained problem solvers. Now that I'm in my senior year, I've had 6 interviews so far, we'll see if any more, with well-known companies. And I'm really excited for all those opportunities. One of those companies recently flew me out to Delaware, free of charge, and everything, just to interview with them at their corporate site. It was an amazing experience. I know that these opportunities would not have happened without the intern experience that I've gained through the co-op program at LU. I encourage any student to get involved and take an internship while on campus. It helps you gain the experience in the real world and apply your knowledge here. So now that I've talked to you about my experience with Lamar, I hope that you will pick LU as your first choice. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Paige. Next is Elise Johnson. Elise is from Port Neches, Texas, and was homeschooled. She's an Education and Human Development senior pursuing a major in family studies and plans to become a licensed professional counselor working with young children and teenagers. Elizabeth is particularly proud, and well, she should be, of the 3.9, that's out of 4, GPA she's earned this far. Elise?
Good morning. My name is Elise Johnson. I'm representing the College of Education and Human Development. I am a senior here at Lamar. I'll be graduating this December with my undergraduate degree in Family Studies and also have a minor in psychology. After I graduate in December, I hope to stay here at Lamar and pursue my master's in counseling and development. Like Mr. Dobson said, I want to become a licensed professional counselor and love the opportunity to work with children and adolescents. I've always had a passion for working with children and would love the opportunity to come into work every day and to make a difference in the lives of children dealing with issues, struggles, and possibly mental health. I chose to attend Lamar because I'm from this area and heard a lot of great things about Lamar. Also, when I graduated from high school, I really had no idea of what I wanted to pursue as a major. So when I was looking into Lamar, I saw, all the different majors and programs that were offered and knew that this would be a good opportunity for me to look at different avenues and figure out, what I was going to be passionate about and what I wanted to pursue. An academic accomplishment that I am most proud of would be my high GPA. It has allowed me to be on the president's list most semesters, has gotten me into a couple of honor societies, and will allow me to graduate summa cum laude in December. And I don't say that in a boastful manner at all. I've never even considered myself to be, this overly smart person. I'm proud of that GPA because I know how hard I worked to get it. I know, how many hours and how much time I had to spend, studying and preparing. I also know how challenging those A's were to get, and because they were so challenging, that made it all the more rewarding. I did have to work really hard, but I also had great teachers, and they gave me the understanding and the ability to be successful. And I think that's what sets Lamar apart from other universities, especially in the Family Studies department. The teachers engage you. They want to know what you're interested in, what you're about. And you can genuinely tell that they not only want you to succeed in their classes, in college, but they want you to be successful when you graduate and are out in the field. I know that I've had teachers come up to me after classes and say, hey, there's this organization. I think it's something you'd be interested in, and it's going to look really great to put on your resume. You should get involved. And, comments like that are so appreciative, by me, because it just shows that, they genuinely care. They want you to have good things to put on your resume. They want you to be successful when you graduate and are out in the field. One of the most valuable aspects of my education here at Lamar would have to be my internship experience. I did an internship over the summer with Family Services of Southeast Texas, which is a local nonprofit organization in our area. It was so valuable because I was put in a position of program coordinator over a campaign that they were doing to help end domestic violence. I was put in the position to, lead the campaign, coordinate the campaign, and was responsible for executing it, advertising it, making sure that, the public was aware of it so that it could be successful. And before I got the internship, I was talking to my supervisor, and she was saying that they had this campaign coming up, but their staff really didn't have the time right now to execute the campaign, so they were looking for a Lamar student to do so. And I think that says a lot about Lamar, that, organizations in the area trust that Lamar has students that are going to be capable, are going to have the leadership skills and the ability to represent their organization well. So like I said, I just think that says a lot about Lamar and its students. Thank you so much for letting me talk to you today. It is an honor to represent Lamar in this way, and I wish you all the best in your future academic endeavors. Thank you.
Thanks, Lise. Next, Paul Risk. Paul is from Beaumont, Texas, but has lived in 6 different states. He attended Lexington Catholic High School in Lexington, Kentucky, as well as Monsignor Kelly Catholic High School in Beaumont. He is a senior pursuing a dual degree in chemical engineering and physics, which spans the colleges of engineering and arts and sciences, and plans to attend medical school and become an orthopedic surgeon. Paul was selected as a member of the 4th class of the Mirabeau Presidential Scholars at Lamar University, is a Lamar University ambassador, and is the university's nominee for the inaugural Texas State University System Regents Scholar Award. Paul?
Thank you, Dr. Doblin. First, I want to thank all of you for being here today. I'm really glad to see all of you here. That's a little bit about my history, some more things about myself. I started the rugby team here about 4 years ago, which is one of the greatest sports that I've ever watched, played, or experienced. And I'll tie that in a little bit later into how that's really beneficial here at Lamar. I'm also a member of Tau Beta Pi, which is an Engineering Honor Society. So there are a lot of opportunities here at Lamar, and I'm going to kind of break up my short speech into 3 different parts about why I chose Lamar, my experience here, and then why you should also consider it here. So as I graduated from high school, I had the choice of going to Lamar University or Princeton University. Those were the 2 colleges that it boiled down to for me. And it was a very difficult decision at first. Princeton University has a lot of opportunity, but what I got from visiting Lamar and really thinking about it and talking with a lot of individuals was that Princeton is very expensive. It was, at the time, about 5 years ago, it was $43,000 per semester, which is more than a lot of medical schools. And when I wanted to pursue medicine in my career, it was really insane to pay for medical school twice and then go to residency, and then I would be able to start paying that off. As Dr. Doblin said, I received the Mirabeau Scholarship, which really opened up my opportunities here at Lamar, and that's ultimately the reason why I picked Lamar. In addition to that, you're going to be learning the same material here at Lamar University that you're going to be learning at any other university, whether it's Princeton, University of Texas, any other school in the United States. Here, it's just a lot cheaper, and you get a lot of really good benefits. As I went through my 5 years, this is my 5th year here at Lamar, I've experienced tons of phenomenal faculty and staff. That's the first thing that I can say for Lamar. The faculty and staff absolutely care about every single student that they encounter. I've achieved a lot as I've been here at Lamar, but all of it would not have been possible without the caring support and implementation that the faculty and staff put in place for students. They've pushed me to achieve things that I've never believed that I could have done on my own, and it's really helped me. In addition to how much they care, it's the size of the class here. You get to see your professor every time you go to class. It's not a TA, it's not some graduate student who's just there to get the class done. The professor is there talking to you, and they are really there to help you learn. In addition to that, the students that I've been around in my 5 years here, not only have they been competitive and very good in helping me achieve the best that I can do, but they've been very down to earth. That's one of the things that I was worried about whenever I was accepted to Princeton is, yes, the students there would have been very competitive, but that's all they would be. It would be a cutthroat environment where I wouldn't be able to flourish as an individual. And that's what I've discovered in my 5 years here, is not only have I come into my own as an academic, but I have really become my own individual by participating in a whole host of different extracurriculars, anything from rugby to teaching yoga classes here to playing piano. There are tons of opportunities here at Lamar. Whatever you're interested in, they have it here. And if they don't, then you can start it. Whenever I came here, there was no rugby team, and I was slightly disappointed. But the Office of Rec Sports and the Student Services helped me start that club, and we've competed all around Texas. So that's just a little bit of a window into how much you can do here, even though there are tons of opportunities for you guys here. So finally moving on to you, the audience. I know I'm speaking to parents and students. Parents, first off, your sons and daughters are going to flourish here. Not only are they going to get the best academic education that they can get, but they're going to flourish as young men and women. They're going to be able to come into their own, get the college experience, and really enjoy it. Now, to the students, I know there's a lot of honor or glory that comes with going off to a big name school, or you want to leave home. And to an extent, you can get some experience from that. But being here at Lamar University, I had my own college experience here. I didn't have to go off somewhere far. I was still able to see my parents, spend time with my family, which I think is very, very important. So as a student, you have more than enough opportunity here, and you have the best environment possible to excel, both as a student and to really grow as an individual. So I hope that all of you really consider and think about the opportunity here at Lamar. Not only is it an excellent academic institution, but it's a great place for you to grow as an individual. Thank you.
Thanks, Paul. And finally, Sarah Sauceda. Sarah is from Nederland, Texas, and attended Nederland High School. She is a Fine Arts and Communications senior majoring in music education, and her career goal is to be successful in whatever profession she chooses to pursue. Last semester, Sarah was inducted into Phi Kappa Phi, a National Honor Society established in 1897 to recognize and encourage superior scholarship. Sarah?
Okay. Good morning. My name, like he said, is Sarah Sauceda. I am from Nederland, and I represent the College of Fine Arts and Communication. Now, I remember exactly being, well, where you are right now, I guess. I also remember having tons of anxiety and unsettling doubt over one tiny little question. Which university is the right university for me? And, well, I can remember many sleepless nights, wondering and trying to figure out this one little question. So, what did I do? Well, I applied to 8 different universities, really indecisive. And I finally narrowed it down to 4, which I auditioned at because I'm a music major and you have to do those sort of things. Sam Houston State, University of Houston, the University of North Texas, and of course Lamar. Now, I figured I could eliminate some universities by which ones I didn't actually get into. Just to be honest there. But unfortunately, or fortunately, this method failed me because I actually got into every university, got into all the honors programs of the universities and all the music schools with hefty scholarships, 2 full rides and 2 3/4 scholarships. So, why did I pick Lamar? That's the question, isn't it? Well, first off, it's the people here. They're unlike any that I've ever met. The faculty, they're really, really highly trained. My applied music teacher that I've been able to study under for 4 years has studied with 2-time Grammy award-winning Richard Stoltzman. And I can still find her music on iTunes at the top of the list. So that's pretty cool. I have also had the opportunity to work under another amazing faculty member in the education department, Dr. Julia Yu, who is at the forefront of academic research, and I think she's even collaborated to help develop an app on your phone for engineers. She has given talks at Atlanta, San Antonio, San Francisco, at national conventions on topics including technology and education. Really an outstanding educator. But, I could go on and on about commendations of the faculty. But it is really more than that, isn't it? Well, the music faculty, after my audition, personally contacted me. And by personally, I don't mean they shot me an email. They actually called me and asked me, how I felt about it. And, that made me feel special. More importantly, it made me feel wanted. And I think that's a big thing here at Lamar. They want you to be here. And, they notice if you're gone. Good gosh. No other university did this for me, and that's great. The atmosphere here at Lamar exudes, personality, for one, friendliness and positivity. Here at Lamar, I have not encountered one professor, not one, who wants me to fail. That's pretty cool. Every single professor wants me to succeed and has provided me opportunities to do so. I have been fortunate enough to be able to teach private lessons under the recommendation of my band director, Dr. Scott Deppie. As an education major with 4 years of, some type of experience, I know that I will have an edge over others that didn't have this, because I can stick it on my resume. I'm confident that I would have not gotten this opportunity at another university that I had, auditioned at. Another reason I chose Lamar was the students that I met here. You should definitely go and talk to any of the students that are here. It's really beneficial. The students, they encourage you to be part of any and all organizations that are here. Speaking of organizations, there's over 100 different organizations that you as a student can choose from that is open to you. For example, I am a part of the Honor Student Association, 2 honors fraternities, 1 service sorority, and the marching band, which, by the way, is the largest student organization on campus. Speaking of campus organizations, I want to move on briefly onto campus life, because I know that many of you will stay on campus, hopefully. First off, if you have not gotten the chance to visit our dorms, which I know that you can do later today, please, I strongly encourage you to do so. The dorms are, I visited quite a few dorms, and they're definitely different. You have your own room, you have a bathroom that's not community. That's cool. No community showers. It's just shared by you and your roommate. That was a big thing. They're so nice. And they're like that at every single phase. I know at some universities you have to pay more for that kind of stuff. No, this comes standard. So that's really cool. Secondly, if you have not toured our dining hall, which I don't think you have, which you'll get an opportunity later, you should really do that because the food is amazing. You have choices from enchiladas, nachos. I really like the Mexican food. Asian food, pizza, a full salad bar. I mean, anything that you want, you can get it. You know, they even make sandwiches for you. I mean, they're really good. In closing, I want to encourage each and every one of you to ask yourself, what do I want from a college experience? If the answer is engaged, highly trained faculty, a warm, supportive learning environment full of vibrancy and life, unmatched campus amenities, and endless opportunities, then Lamar is the right university for you. Lamar University, living the legacy, inventing the future. Thank you.
Thanks, Sarah. Let's give them all another hand, please. Now, let me just say one thing before we close. Of course, these students are outstanding students, each one selected by his or her dean. And if you're a high school student sitting out there, you might be intimidated by them. Right? They're seniors. They've been very successful. But I do want to leave you with this. I talk to lots of successful Lamar students, and often what they'll say is, you know, I'm not really that smart. I've been very lucky. Well, let me tell you something. One of the most important measures of intelligence is how hard you work. Number two, you're going to find out the harder you work, the luckier you get. Now I'd like to ask Mr. Jim Rush to come back, who's going to organize you for your campus tour and visit to the college of your choice. The choices are Arts and Sciences, College of Business, College of Engineering, Education and Human Development, Fine Arts and Communication, and if you are interested in the College of General Studies, the Center for General Studies, you go with Arts and Sciences. You've been a wonderful audience. Thanks for listening.